Well, good Sunday morning, everybody, and welcome to Chat with Charles. I got my guest here, Guitar Man45. Good morning, Bo. How are you?
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody?
And so we're going to learn a little bit about Bo's guitar journey and some plans he's got. And rumor has it the man is on a mission from God, and so we're going to talk a bit about that as well. But Bo, let's go ahead. Let's check and see who we've got in the chat. So we had first in the chat was Ryan of OU812. Morning there, sir.
Hi, Ryan.
And then we've got Martin of L&M Guitar Corner has made his way in.
Martin.
There, bud.
I like this video, the last video. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dave got a great set of videos coming out of that guitar show that Dave went to. Yeah. And we got Big Wave Dave has made his way in. Gotta love that. And Cushman NYC, who I saw over on Addicted to Gear earlier this morning. Hello, how you doing? And Magic Man has made his way in. He's a good morning. And the other thing, Bo, he's got this SG that he just got some Lindy Fralin pickups for, and he's dying to get those suckers in there. And let's see, R2 R3 Locking Nut has made his way in. Good morning, sir.
R2.
Let's see. And everybody was just chatting back and forth here for quite a while.
I see Ferd is in here.
Yep. And Ferd's in. Good morning, Ferd. We got Ryan Hall. Everyone's favorite music and law. We've got Searching for Tone. He had a good show the other night.
Well, he has a show? I didn't know he has a show.
Searching for he does a live stream, I believe, on Wednesday nights, I think it is.
Okay.
He's got it all kind of segmented out into different things, but it's him just pretty much talking about different things. Let's see. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, I'm just agreeing with your what you said.
Let's see.
Who else is here?
All right, so like you were saying, our buddy Ferd is here. Blue Mox has made his way in. Hello there, Blue Mox. And Josh is on his way over to Germany next month. So,
all right,
he's looking.
That's an exciting thing for him.
Oh yeah, that's a big move. He is excited about taking his cars down the Autobahn for sure. And he's been talking about going over to Thulman and checking that out as well in person. We got Time Surfing Aliens made his way in. Hello there. Yep, all the cool kids are here now that you're here. Why not? BC Rich 581 saying hello to everybody. And that Ben Coombs guy is here. Heard he might be doing a show later today.
Who's on the show tonight?
It is a kind of a group hang kind of thing for, I think, the Canadian Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And we've got Arf who's in. He's saying good morning, followed by Jimmy Bider, and you could just hear the WhatsApp. You can just hear it in the picture.
I like his Synergy outfit. So.
Oh yes,
I got all the same stuff. I got all the I have all the modules here too as well.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Excellent. We've got Keith H. He's made his way in. Good morning, Keith. You are here. Followed by Steve Resser. Hello there. And Charles Green. Hello, Charles.
Charles, how are you?
Let's see. Wayne McConnell's made his way in. Hello, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And followed by Matt of McCall Music.
Hi there.
Hit Metal Works has made his way in, so the West Coast is up and with. Eddie Fay, good morning to you, my friend.
Eddie.
And my brother's made his way in. Good morning to you. Let's see.
Brother's a biker?
He is. Daddy is.
Cool.
He's got a really nice Harley. He's in there in the picture. Blackjack Guitar. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
Okay.
Michael B has made his way in. Good morning to you. He is listening while he's getting some practice in. All right, so that looks like we've got the chat covered here at this point, Bo. So you know,
Ryan's here.
Yeah, Ryan Hall. Yeah, we got him.
Oh, you ate one too.
Oh yeah, we got him. He was first one in chat.
Oh, well, I didn't hear that one.
And Sean Hockey. Good morning. Yeah, Ryan was first one in the chat at 8 a.m. this morning. So he wanted to make sure he got a seat up front.
Oh, VIP pass, huh?
That's right. So, Bo, it's that time. You know the question's coming. So let's just come clean. You know, how did your guitar journey begin?
Well, that's a long time ago. I first started out with playing accordion when I was like 10. That was like in 1970. Something like that. Was it 71? I don't know, whatever year that was. I was like 10 years old. My parents made me play the accordion. So then I went through like a year and a half of that stuff. And they put me in this Polish orchestra band, you know, but I had to play with all these polkas and all these VFW halls we went to. So I was like the youngest kid there, maybe wear these ruffled shirts and, you know, stuff like that. You know, a little kid with this big ass accordion. You know. Then I begged my dad for a guitar, and he bought me one. And that's kind of where it started. I started watching all these rockers playing Led Zeppelin, you know, Deep Purple, you know, Nugent, everybody, Queen, Kiss. Kiss was a big one, you know, in the beginning. And then I kind of walked away from Kiss, but everybody else started. Peter Frampton.
So
I started playing.
Was there someone more than anyone else that made you want to play?
No, it was like, oh, here's a new one. Oh, here's a new one. And we just kept, you know, in those days, it was like whatever came up. I mean, that was it. You know, there was no internet or anything. So then I decided to go to, I heard of a program in Wayne State University to play guitar. So my dad enrolled me there for classical music. So I took 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. I graduated from Wayne State University for classical music. And that guy took a handful of us, and we were going to all these recitals, you know, playing classical stuff. You know, it's a whole different world. You know, it's not like rock and roll. Then I started moving away. He introduced me to the guy at Fiddler's Music, where I met the Rockets. Then, because they were recording on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
So I was kind of like their go get my cheeseburgers and, you know, French fries and all that stuff. And I was kind of like the kid running around doing their shit, you know. And, so I got to know all of them. Jim McCarty, he became like my mentor or my father at the time. So then I started jamming with all these people, the Motor City Mutants, Reruns, the Cold Cock, all these punk bands that I was with, and we were all like just getting together all the time. That's how I met the Romantics at the time, and so we were just playing all the time. And then I put a band together on my own. At that point, that was like 77, I think. Yeah, something like 77. I was just a kid. I was 16, 17 years old.
So you've been spending all this time with these punk rock bands. Now, was your first band a punk rock band, or?
No, it was more Black Sabbath type, Deep Purple, all like mixed all in very classical. I mean, I had a classical background, so I had all this
Mm-hmm.
ways on how to play classically. Okay, and so I mean, putting the band was more of from the high school people that I knew, and the vocalist, he was really good. He was an asshole, but he was good. You know?
The good ones usually are, right?
Yeah. So, but kind of like the first thing we've done was in the high school. I don't know if it was just a show that we put together,
Mm-hmm.
and I played the Van Halen tune there, and I never thought I was really good enough, as I remember, and I remember just constantly looking at my feet as I was playing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I looked up and I glanced, and both sides, all I seen was a sea of lighters, okay, everywhere. And it was like, wow, we're pretty good, I guess. You know.
The
So
realization.
we were playing so loud, those stupid nuns, they closed the curtains on us because the my vocalist started wiggling his ass in front of the the audience, and they didn't like that.
You get a little carried away, huh?
Yeah. So it was that's kind of where that started. And then I started knowing people in all the little bars, because of the Motor City Mutants. Their mother her name was Lily, and she had Lily's Bar, which played nothing but punk music in there. And she brought in everybody in there. And so she started introducing me to all these people everywhere, like in Harpo's and the Ritz and all these other halls, Paychecks, and that. And we started playing and opening up for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Arf wants to know if you're old enough to have gone to the Grand Ballroom back in the day.
No, it just closed at that point. I was going to the Olympic Stadium, though. That helps. That was just closing too at the time.
Wow.
But the Grand Ballroom, that's where MC5 played and all these really cool. Alice Cooper played there a lot. Even Aerosmith played there, as I remember.
Well, let's go back to this gig where the nuns closed the curtains on you, right? So how long are you into this gig before they close the curtains?
Well, it was almost to the end. I kept trying to tell Phil that, look, stop wiggling your ass. Don't do that. They don't like it. And he didn't give a shit. He just kept doing it, and we were loud.
Yeah.
I just seen the principal. She just went and grabbed that fucking rope and there go the curtains, man. That was it. We were done. They still heard us though. We were still playing, and then she told the guy to unplug us, and that was it.
Oh, there you go.
But that's
how much time did you get in before they unplugged you?
Well, it was almost to the end of the song,
Mm-hmm. And
that was right when Van Halen, just started.
Right.
They came out with that tune. So we were there, did that one, okay, and then that nun always had it in for me because I had long hair at the time. She didn't like that, okay, so she was always chasing me around with scissors, trying to catch me somewhere so she could cut my hair off, Then I told my dad, and my dad went and had a word with her. So after that, she didn't do nothing.
R2 says, damn nuns. One tried to poison him with a pie, looks like.
Really? Well,
yeah.
There was one nun there that she was the music nun, She was good. I liked her. She was like trying to be in with the kids and all that. And I remember this was at my graduation. She wanted to put together a band to play at the graduation party. And she asked me to do all of that, and I thought I'm too cool. I'm not doing that, and this and that, and but I taught another guy to play the Styx, "Come Sail Away," because that was our class song, and I taught him to play. I regret that I did not do that. I should have done it.
Yeah.
You know, stupid ego. It's like, no, I'm too cool. And
Ryan Hall wants to confirm that you went to Catholic school.
Oh yeah, all my life, grade school and high school.
Yeah. The search for tone says bad album covers, nuns with
the nuns.
Oh my!
Hey, they could be mean and they're strong too. Okay. At least they were then. I don't know about now.
They can be. Well, you know, it's funny that, you know, a nun would have a hard time with you having long hair because, you know, after all, her boyfriend Jesus, you know, wasn't exactly her hair wasn't exactly short.
Well, you know, in the Catholic school, it's different. We had to wear ties, no jeans. See, I violated all those rules. I always wore jeans. They never made me wear the corduroy black pants that they always required. The ties stuff. I never had any of that, so they didn't like me. So I was a troublemaker, I guess. But and the long hair. I mean, that's against their policy there. You know, we had to have regular boys' haircuts. Okay? Right. That's what we needed at the time.
It's funny. So that first band, what was its name?
We didn't have a name for that one. I changed the name to Fury after that. That was the name of the band constantly.
Love it.
Yeah. I had a sound engineer. I had all the people to move the equipment, all that stuff. We had a truck that moved from venue to venue. We did a lot of outside shows, tons of outside shows, and in VFW halls. Those were the funnest because I had a bunch of girls. They made all these flyers, and you told this one girl that we're playing. The whole world already knew that would come to this date. It's fun, a lot of fun. That sound engineer, he died along with one of the roadies. It was along with all my shit in his house. I guess they fell asleep or in the house. The house started on fire.
Oh my!
And they burned to death in that house. Both of them. My other friend that was there, he lived across the street. He tried getting him out. He kind of never recovered from that because you heard them screaming in the house he couldn't get him out. So, but a lot of my equipment, the sound boards, all our tapings, videotapes, everything burned.
Oh, that's
pictures, flyers, you know. It was all burned up. So, bad thing.
So how long did you go through the play circuit there?
10 years, 10 or 12 years. 1979 all the way to like 91.
Wow.
92.
How many bands would that be, do you think?
What's that? It was all just my band. I mean,
all the same band?
Yeah. I never was in somebody else's band. It was always my band. I paid for everything. I mean, I bought I sold my CUDA. I had a 71 CUDA to buy the equipment and
wow, that's some dedication.
For it all. Oh. And in those days, I mean, you know, that's another regret. I wish I never sold it.
Yeah. So let's kind of turn this around a little bit, because we've been talking about your band here, and uh, you're kind of on this mission from God where you're putting the band back together.
That's right. It's just something that's something in my heart that I want to do before things I can't do anymore. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm healthy. I don't have those aches and pains. I don't have that stiffness stuff or any of that. Everything still works, so I'm gonna go do it. You know, I mean, it's my kids are all grown up. They don't need my help. Actually, I'm counting on them to help me now to run everything. So yeah, it's just something I want to do.
So follow up on that previous one. Ben's asking, are there any recordings of you anymore?
I have a few. I have a few recordings. I've been trying to because they're very gravelly and hissy. So I was trying to recover them so that maybe I could, give it to one of you guys. You guys could put it out there and play it. But it was all live recordings that I have. A lot of them. So you could hear mostly the audience yelling and screaming more than sometimes than you hear the music. So, John, how are you?
Yeah, good morning, John. Welcome in. So you and I were talking in the green room about putting this band back together and getting it up and playing, and you kind of have a timeline that we might be able to meet pretty soon here.
I'm working, yeah. That's all I do now is try to oversee all the businesses that I have here, which I'm trying to move forward to my kids. And all I want to do is just concentrate on this music thing. So that's what I'm doing. Now, the venue might not be in time for me to have enough of the employees to do everything, so I might just start opening for bands here and there. I know the people in these venues now well enough to just say, "Hey, stick me in," and no problem.
But we might be just a couple months out on actually you and the guys out there playing, right?
Well, I'm working for January. Okay, start in January, and it's all really going to depend upon whether we're good enough to go up on that stage, and I think we're good enough to do that. Okay, if I don't think we're good enough, I'm not going to make an ass out of ourselves. Okay? I'm not going to do that. So, but we should be. I think we should be. I have the equipment. We have all the equipment. We have all it takes is just us making sure that we know how to play. And that's it.
And we were talking earlier in the green room as well that we're not just talking cover tunes.
No, I have originals that I'm pulling back from the past. I mean, I've never forgotten them. They're in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a lot of original music that we've done in the past. So it'll be the original music with a lot of medley covers that they'll just run into, and everybody will say, "Oh, wow, I remember that song," and that kind of thing.
Ben is saying, if the audience is louder than the band, then clearly Bo played with the Beatles.
No, nah, I don't think so. I think it was just the recording, the way the recording is.
Well, yeah, and a lot of that recording equipment from the time, it was, dicey at best, right?
Yeah, no, we had pretty good ones, but because of the fire and everything that I pulled out, everything was kind of just not right anymore. I mean, it was a lot of let's find this, let's find that, because we didn't have it anymore.
Right.
So I had to restructure everything again, and that was already close to the end of me stopping. And even when I stopped, I had somebody else take my place. And they, of course, the drummer, he went and assaulted somebody. I think he killed him. He went to jail for that.
Oh, wow.
Okay. By the way, I think he got killed there. Okay. Bass player, same thing. So, I mean, not good news for them. Anyway.
No, not at all.
Nah.
Martin's got a question for you. He says, at what point did the gear collecting get out of hand?
I don't think it ever got out of hand. It's just 50 years. I mean, you got to understand, from 1972, whatever, I buy a guitar and it never was sold. It just stayed. Okay. Basically, I mean, I have equipment all that backs that far. So now it's like, oh, I like that. You guys go and start showing me guitars. It's like it's a disease, It's like, oh yeah, I want one too. It's like.
Does it bother you when you don't have a particular guitar?
No. I always have the regulars that I always pick up all the time. Mm-hmm. And if I was to go and play anywhere, it would always be the same 7 or 8. If I want to introduce other guitars, I'll do that. But that's it.
Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
But that's it. I mean, there is no particular guitar that I'm going to say that this is it. So I have 2 that I've told my children that they're burying me with.
Okay.
Those 2 are going with me.
Do you want to?
However they want to do that, I don't know. But,
And is that something you want to reveal or not reveal?
No. Well, one's a Carvin, another's a Les Paul. So they're not here. They're in another room.
Of course, because they're being protected.
Yes.
Gently cared for.
I don't keep them out there in cases.
That's right. The other thing, part 2 for Martin's question was, do you own a bomb guitar? He said their custom shop was one of the favorite ones that he saw at Guitar Summit.
No.
And so
trans trim. I'll eventually get one, Ryan. I'm gonna get one eventually.
Okay, Ben says winter gigging sucks. There, I said it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of fun. A little skimpy leather jacket, nothing on, freezing. That's fun.
So since we're on it, what is the worst gig you've ever played?
The worst one?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a couple of dive bars in Hamtramck that we used to play in all the time. I mean, I don't know if it's the worst one, but they're just small and old. That's it. I mean, you play at Harpo's. I don't know if anybody here has been at Harpo's. Everything there is sticky. You don't want to touch nothing, I mean, your feet actually stick to the ground as you're walking, So, but it's a great place to play.
So John's asking, do you know what gear you'll be using once you start playing with the band again?
Marshalls. I have one Plexi in my TSL 100. Along with the Helix is the main control system. There's another MIDI that controls that goes in through the FX loop. And then I might introduce some of the modules. I don't know. It depends on the songs that we do, but some of the modules, the Synergy modules, might come into play too, because they're easy to control.
Yeah. And Cushman is saying, if you could grab one guitar and only one guitar, what would it be?
Right now?
I suppose.
Les Paul. Les Paul.
Les Paul.
Yeah. I have a Murphy that's on its way, so that might be the one there too.
Oh. And describe this Murphy Lab on its way to you.
Well, it's a dirty lemon burst.
Mm-hmm.
It's brand new. Um, I don't know how to describe it, but it doesn't have the 50s neck on it. It has more of the 60s type neck on the thing. I mean, it's like the moment you just pick it up, it's like it just bonds with you, you know. So that's what gets me is just that you don't want to put it down. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it here yet. I've paid off a lot of it. It's still over at Motor City, but yeah, Dirty Lemon. What? Doesn't he have one?
He
Don't you have
does.
one?
He has a dirty
Yeah.
lemon. That's why he was going, and he says it's got flame, I'm sure.
Of course.
Of course.
But it's the feel of the guitar. It's like I've never felt the neck, you know, as it bonds with you so easily, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about it. I have many other guitars that are out there too. I have a Firebird that's being built,
Uh-huh. and
and another Murphy that's being built by Gibson, which I don't know when those are going to be done. I'll have a few Carvins, which that should be coming up soon too. I haven't been checking lately, so I've been too busy. But they'll call me when it's ready.
There you go. So apparently you're speaking Ryan's language here. And John is offering his services to break in that Murphy lab for you.
Oh yeah, which one? The one that they're building, or the one
And so
I have a Birdland too. I bought it in Ann Arbor over there. I gave them a down payment for that too, so I'm trying to figure out how to pay for that.
So my brother's asking, what's the best guitar you'd ever played?
The best ones? Well, it'd be my Carvins and my Gibsons. You know, my Fenders, I don't have anything to, you know, they're great as well, but will go towards my Gibson or my Carvin faster. Yeah, just a few Carvins there, Ben.
Just a few.
I have all their amps too. All their they're on this. Well, I think one is on this side.
There's one right there
on this side. But I have the XBs. I have XB 100s on this side. I have two XB 100s and two XB 60s on this side right here.
So searching for Tone is saying Tone King must have gear envy that Bo has more.
Well, he's the one guy that, you know, I'm kind of wondering whether or not he has more than I do. So, because he does have a wall of stuff there.
All right, Coombs, control yourself there, buddy. So when you're, you know, you've got enough that's readily at hand in front of you, and all the amps behind you. So when you sit down to play, how do you possibly decide what you're even going to pick up?
It's just what I feel at the time. The majority of the time, the ones that you see right here in front right now, I mean, is what I'll pick up first. I actually started playing this one right here. One of the 10 tops. Yeah. I started playing this one about a week ago.
Now, before you played that a week ago, how long had it been since you played it?
Year. She's like they're like Les Pauls. Very nice. Play well. But these are the older ones. See, it's got the older locking tuners. It's got the butterflies.
Yeah.
I don't really have any of the newer stuff. Then I have and I picked this one up. This is like the first guitar I bought from Motor City when he first opened. I bought 2 of these from him.
Very nice.
It's an Ibanez. I don't even know what kind it is. But it plays really nice. The fretboard is beautiful on it. Very large frets too. So that's I think that was bought in the early 90s.
There you go. So there were you got a lot out there that's on its way to you.
Yeah.
And we know that the daughter's been doing some inventory for you.
Well, she has to because I don't do it. So I asked her to start figuring out what the hell's here because of the insurance. I have insurance. If this place burns down, then, you know, here's the list of all the things that I had in here, and you know. So she's got an inventory of it somewhere.
So how often are you surprised with, oh, I have one of those?
When we start moving rooms around over here, there's boxes that they open up, or crates is what they are. They open them up and they'll find this, that, and there. I mean, I found just a lot of microphones and cables and speakers, guitar parts. I mean, I don't even know if my daughter has an inventory of the guitar parts. I have a lot of those. A lot of pickups, potentiometers, switches, knobs. You know.
So Christopher says he lives about 40 minutes from you. You got to come over and visit the man cave.
Well, there you go. Yeah, he's a good man.
Mm-hmm.
He knows a lot of people over at the machine shop. I'm impressed. He's a real rocker.
There you go. Trev has made his way in. Good morning to you, sir.
How are you, Trev?
So, let's go back to bringing the band back together for a minute here, because a lot of the songs that you want to play are originals.
70%, yeah.
Yeah. And so is there a particular song that you've written that you're really super proud of that you can't wait to play again in public?
I think they're all good. I mean, there's no particular one that I want to play them all, because I mean that's my goal is to take the audience and I'll bring you down, bring you up, I'll make you laugh. You know, it's more than just playing the song. It's more of a show that I try to put together. But that's how I was taught. See, back in the day, I mean, some of the other bands, I mean, especially like Seduce, when I was with Seduce, I mean, we really came up with a lot of wild stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's just fun to do that, you know. And when you see the audience, you know, when you see the faces on the people, I mean, I can't see all the way down, but the ones in front,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when you see their faces, you know, it's like that's where your reward is. It's like, wow, you know, I'm really making a difference to somebody, you know.
Blackjack was asking about that Firebird that you were talking about earlier. That is on its way, right?
That I have one being built, yes,
Yeah.
from Gibson. Okay. I did find a few here and there, but I just stuck with the one that Gibson is building for me.
Yeah, that way you get the one you want.
Yeah, it's brand new, and I'll get what I want, and you know, I always wanted the older ones. That's right, Chris. They were a lot of fun to be with. David was, I mean, he used to. I mean, we did some things in backstage that I can't say, but.
So Search for Tone says, does Bo use a senator as a candy dish?
Oh.
Centaur.
I have a candy box from Sweetwater.
There you go. Huh? Eddie's Faith got a good question. Do you ever feel the urge to feature an accordion in one of your songs?
Well, I thought of it. You know, maybe I'll do something, you know, even somebody like Rush, they would start some kind of funny polka introduction and then they move into, you know, their song. So
what was it like starting to put the band back together? How did you begin doing that?
it's hard because a lot of the people, I mean, it's hard to say this, but some of them are dead, or they're sick now. It's a couple that have cancer, you know, so I can't rely on them anymore. So it's the search of who wants to play with an old man, you know, you know, that's really it. So I do have my brother, you know, my brother's about 5 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing the drumming, and, you know, I have all the drums. I have 2 sets of drums. You know, I have all kinds of keyboards that we use too. But I've met about a month ago. I went to a festival, St. Mary's at St. Mary's in Hamtramck, and the Polish Muslims were playing there. And a lot of the people from the Mutants were there. Okay, so we did a lot of talking, you know.
Mm-hmm. Ben says, "Who wants to play with an old man?" Sounds like a bat, disturbing album cover.
Well, there you go. See, I might even make a song that way. Who wants to play with an old man? Not that I'm an old man, but when I was 18, I thought my age was old.
It's amazing how that changes as you go through life, right? That definition of what old is.
Yeah. So now I think I'm young and I have so many years to go.
Mm-hmm.
As long as everything still works, I'm good. So.
Heard you got an interesting prospect for your rhythm guitar.
I'm sorry?
I heard you have an interesting prospect for your rhythm guitar.
Oh, my son?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been hoping that he would be able to do it, but I'd have to have a backup because he's always being deployed. You know, because he's in the Army. So, you know, they deploy his ass somewhere. I mean, what am I going to do? You know, it's like, I'll be back to the 3-piece again. And that's like playing naked up on stage. You know, it's like, it's not easy to be a 3-piece powerhouse. So.
Christopher Lysaller says, Cross Canadian Ragweed says, you're always 17 in your hometown.
I don't know. My hometown changed. It's not Polish anymore. It became a different, whole new world there.
So, but you've been, you know, we were talking earlier. You've been spending quite a bit of time putting together the right show.
Yeah. I'm arranging on how it's to be done, how to play it, you know, that kind of thing. When to start, what song to start with, what's the set list. And then all tunes of Just in Case.
Right.
So if something doesn't show up, I do have at least 15 to 20 minutes of all acoustical. That's all I'll do is play an acoustical set, which is 12, but it includes the 12 string. That I'll have somebody string up and tune for me.
There you go. Well, Christopher Lysella says he's offering to roadie and drive and be security. So,
okay, I already thought that already. So. It's not time yet, Chris.
So you not only have you been putting the band back together, not only have you been running your businesses and commissioning other gear, but you have been working hard to get a venue and put that together as well.
That's right. Well, the venue's there. It's a matter of all the employees to run it. It needs employees. So I've been interviewing a lot of people to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's the time frame. It's like, okay, is this the right guy? Is this the right woman? Is this that's hard to get together in a matter of 3 or 4 months. I've been working for January, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and I'll just play at other venues until that's ready to go. So, but the mission is the mission will continue.
There you go. The mission is
the band is going to go.
Terry says Bo will do a Polish punk song called "Someone Spilled My Pierogies."
Yeah. Well, I used to play. What's the name of the song? I don't want her. You can have her. She's too fat for me.
Love it. So in the set list that you've been curating, we thought 70% is going to be original material that you've written,
right.
but there's some covers that you want to play, and so let's talk about the covers you want to play. And
that'll be the majority of Led Zeppelin, Rush, Sabbath. It's all going to run into each other. It'll be like 20 minutes of just from one song to another, and it won't be a full set of the song. Mm-hmm. It'll just move from one song to another to just to introduce of everybody to say, wow, I love that song. That's great. I remember that one. I've never heard it played that way, because every cover I do, it's not exact. It won't be exact. It's going to be my version of it. And, I'll guarantee you won't regret it that it's my version, because it's just done that way.
Well, Earl was saying, I think the last venue for people our age will be nursing homes, and we could go open for bingo night. And then Ben was responding to that you could have bingo during the set breaks.
Well, why not? It's a hall, isn't it?
Right? Yeah. Have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And Christopher Sawa nails that you were talking about a melody, and that's
Medley.
Yeah. That's the way we're going to go. So the hard part of getting the venue all ready really is all the hiring. And do you have a timeline where you think you might be able to get through that and you might be able to open it up, or it's just at this point?
2025. I'm going to tell you 2025. I originally said January. I don't know. I don't have the people yet to. There's a lot to it. Because it serves food as well. I don't know why we're going to serve food during the show. Mm-hmm. But it does have that there, so I still have to have the people there to do that. Mm-hmm. Bouncers, people to set up, all the roadies, the sound engineer. I don't even have that guy yet, so I want at least 2. Just in case one gets sick. So,
And Bo's the house band, folks. Bo is the house band.
yeah, I don't think I'll have trouble getting other bands coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, already everybody I've already talked to, a lot of the people I know here, and they're all in. I mean, they're just let them know when. So
Yeah. Matt's saying he can do electrical work. He's managed venues. Maybe it's time to go back north. Salva, he is padding the resume. He wants you to know he's also an excellent chef.
Okay.
Hey, Kush, can't wait to hear your band.
Well, maybe I'll do some kind of introduction over here, tape something and show you guys.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah. That's another thing. All the videos, the cameras, because that's all going to be videotaped. Maybe I'll stream the stuff. Yeah. Somebody's got to do that stuff. I mean, I can't do that.
The more you get into it, and then you realize, and there's another thing, and there's this other thing.
That's right.
Right. All right. So you've got to been you must have been spending a lot of time practicing, getting ready for all this.
Yep.
And so, how are the chops?
I don't think they went away. You guys will be the judge of it when it comes out. I think it's really good. Well, I'm thanking God that I still have all my fingers. They don't hurt. I don't have arthritis. I don't have stuff to stop me from not doing it. So the only thing, this finger here, because it's been mangled a few times in the machine shop, but I don't have feeling here. So sometimes it has like a sharpness when I press too hard, but that's overcome. So.
Ben saying that when Eddie Kramer redesigned El Macambo, they installed 8 HD cameras to record the shows with audio from an FOH board. Interesting. So, when you're picking up and you're practicing, do you have something you always start with, or you just start with?
Yeah, I start with a few things that are in my head that I think that I need work on, and I do that, and then I start changing things. Well, what if I do this? What if I do that? And, what's the best thing? And then I start changing sounds, and it took a long time to decide which amps to use. Okay, because I have such a choice here that, and if I do have to use more than 2 amps, how do I switch them? Okay,
right.
And which instruments do they go to? And I'm going to be using the line 6. Line 6 one. That's over there for all the acoustical guitars. Yeah.
So in all this, how did you how do you figure out which gear is going to go for what? I mean, given all that you've got.
The sound, when I hear myself play and I hear the sound of it, okay, that's how I make a decision.
There you go.
Well, I don't know about a DVD there.
Yeah, well, he's like, he wants to help out.
It's just I just want to get up on stage and play. That's it.
There you go. And I think Charles Green is right there with you. He's right on, Bo. Rock on.
Well, see, Charles is not too far away too. You can come and I'll haul his ass up on stage. Yeah, I did that a lot, and I like to do a lot is to bring guests onto the stage and have them play along with me, and we have kind of a guitar thing going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I did that way in the past all the time.
Have you done any of that recently? Have you sat down with anybody?
No, I mean, I don't. You got to bring them, but that will be part of the show, I think.
So Earl is Earl says he's looking forward to the X-Tone update that adds 8 new effects to it. Interesting. And Ben promises that he'd get up and play with you. You'd be a blast.
Okay.
Chris and Sal is saying, get Ben Combs in the band and call it Loonies and Toonies. Love it.
I'll guarantee you, everybody will like it.
Yep.
If you're a rocker, you will like it.
Well, we're all looking forward to that. We all want to see this come to fruition. We've been talking about it for a long time in the Water Buffalo meetings, and we've seen how excited you've been by the whole process, and as you work towards it, and it's just nice to know that it getting ready to play is just could be just as soon as January.
Yeah. It'll be just a band. It'll be in some different venue.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be the one I have, but I'm going to try my best for January to at least play in some venue.
Yeah. And Ryan would like to come and trade some licks with you as well.
Well, there you go. He's not far away neither. I mean, day's journey anyway.
And she got Ben renewing his passport, so.
There you go. You got to do that. And Ben could do more than just play. I think he knows how to do the boards. He knows everything. He knows a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And so Charles is saying that's awesome. So, any other questions anyone would like to ask Bo? Because we've been kind of monopolizing the conversation and going in a certain direction. But if there's a question you've got for Bo, now would be the time.
Dad Fart 5? Really?
That's actually not bad.
No. But just imagine trying to introduce that.
Okay, so Earl says, I want to know how you get such great tone. Your sound and playing is killer. Oh, he's asking you too. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Bo, so Ben wants to know if you know the exact number of guitars you own.
Ben always has a way of how to give me a question that I don't know. I'm going to say 132.
132. That's the number we're sticking with.
That's plus or minus 5, I guess. And not counting the ones that are coming in.
I love that your count has a margin of error. Oh, so Sean Hockey's asking. He says he might have missed it, but what was your band's name?
Fury.
Yeah.
We played along. See, this is going to be different because in those days, I mean, I had to compete with all those bands, those pop bands, like what were the names of them? Bittersweet Alley and Toby Red, I remember, and what's the other name of the band? They're always there. It's like I would end up at backstage trying to get my gig going. It's like, haha, we got here first, you know. Mm-hmm. It was like it was a different era, you know. And those guys had their originals too, and they were kind of like those yuppie college kids that they got pretty good though.
Hey, your intern's behind you there.
Yeah.
Well, Bo, I want to thank you for coming on. This has been a whole lot of fun. I think Music Therapy Last has got his show coming up next, folks. So make sure you check that out. Also, check out OU812 crew as they play their Sunday jam later on. And of course, tonight on Ben's channel is that Thanksgiving hang. So make sure we all check it out. And the cat has made its appearance and just having a great old time there.
Oh,
hi. See, that's why I said intern.
Yeah, that's Rocky. He's always here. He likes to listen to me play. So.
There you go. All right. Well, you hold on, and we'll let these folks go, and then we'll talk a little bit. And but thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, and everybody, thank you for being here. Have a
Thanks
great
for coming.
All right.